Okay, so barbell squats. Now, I was actually contemplating whether doing barbell squats or the safety bar again. I done the safety bar last week, relatively later on in my session, and it did feel good, don't get me wrong, but I just never got that satisfaction that I get out of barbell squats, so that's the main reasoning behind putting this back in today. Putting it back in relatively early in the session as well is where I get my love for this style of training. It's these bigger movements earlier on in the session. That's what excites me the most, so that's why we're putting it in. I'm simply going to go up a plate at a time. I'm feeling warmed up, so there's no reasoning behind me not doing this as well. Once I get to your more so top end working sets, if I need to go up by smaller increments, I can. But whenever you're warm, guys, and you're moving on to a bigger movement especially, don't be fucking about in your warm-up sets. Don't be spending far too long. Don't be going up by silly little increments and then having to do like 20 warm-up sets to get you to your top end set. The goal for these sort of things is maximizing load. So for that purpose, we make sure that we don't spend too much time in our warm-up sets. We actually just spend that time priming our body with heavier loads, but getting to them top end working sets as quick as we can without expending too much energy, because that's what dictates how you are gonna perform or progress in them top end sets, is whether you've gave out too much energy or whether you've still got energy left. So make sure that you're not fucking about whenever you're warming up. Obviously do the necessary, but don't do too much. I'm still getting warm here. Yep. No option but to make us feel light, man. Okay, yep. Yep. Motherfucker. There's only one song I can listen to on top sets of squats. Yep, okay. These are the sort of fucking sets. These are the sort of sets that you need to take it to that place. These are the sort of sets that you don't let them stupid little fucking demons in your head tell you that you're gonna get crumbled because it's too much, or you're not gonna be able to control it, or you shouldn't be doing this sort of loading, or it's not possible because there's some sort of little limitation in your head telling you that. These are the sort of sets that separate, I fully believe, still to this day, these sets separate me from any other natural athlete, because when I come into this environment, and I don't mean Ultraflex Durham, I mean any sort of gym, it's my time, it's me against whatever I'm doing, and the goal's plain and simple: never, and I mean never, allow yourself to feel as if you're being outworked, because the second that comes into play, you're fucked. The second that you've set even the tiniest limitation on what you can and cannot do without drugs, you're fucked. So never, ever, ever let that take over. Your mind always will be the strongest, always. regardless whatever the fuck you're doing. I physically feel so ready to go into this set, but on top of that, I feel really sick. Suppose I've not really got that much of a choice. I know. I done, what, 2.5 scoops and took it just before I jumped up on the bike, and then got down. I was like so ready to train legs, and got to my bag and was like, oh great, I've got my wrong gym bag. No wraps, no sleeves, no clips, no nothing to do with legs. So had to make the 10-minute, 20-minute round trip home with 2.5 scoops of pre kicking in. Got home and I was like, imagine if this pre stops working by the time I get to the gym. I mean, it absolutely wouldn't have done that, but when my head gets into them weird kind of situations, there's no really stopping whatever's going to happen next. So I just dry scooped another scoop of pre, and here we are. But we've got a back off set to go. One of the main things that I want everybody to take from these sort of sessions, or any sessions that you see me in the gym alone, you do not need a training partner to fucking make progress. If you really want to progress that bad, you'll tap into wherever you need to. You'll push yourself that bit further. You will be your own training partner. Because if you're not, and you rely on somebody to be there saying one more, you're going fucking nowhere. Be your own fucking training partner.